Yes, yes, yes. Quick test to make sure that you guys can hear me okay. Welcome to our webinar this evening, guys. This is Matthew Harris coming to you. I'm a little early. I just wanted to make sure that we don't have any technical challenges during this webinar. This is a big one. So make sure that you are letting your team know that they need to be plugging in right now. If you are just joining us, do me a favor and just let me know if you can hear me okay. Just send me a quick chat over here on this side. Otherwise, I won't be able to see if you can hear me or not. I already did a little test, but I want to make sure that we're coming through loud and clear. So welcome. Wow, we've got a lot of you guys already plugging in here. Welcome to the webinar. Roger, Patson, Papi, Angela, Lamzamun, Debo, George, Danny, Belinda, Charnel, Gloria, Tinjua, Sindiswa. If I miss any names, guys, I apologize. The numbers are jumping like crazy. Welcome to the webinar. Welcome. There's a lot of you guys here today. We are at an exciting point in our journey with Total Life Changes and launching this incredible company into South Africa. And so this is an incredible time, incredible moment. Thank you for taking the time to be here. I have an all-star panel that is tuning in right now. I think we have Global Director Jared Wilkins, our incredible sponsor, absolutely amazing, $500,000 ring earner. And just an absolute incredible leader just hopped on. I've got quite a few other leaders that are going to be chiming in as well, guys. So do me that quick favor, just if you can hear me, and if you can hear me, send me a quick message in the chat box to let me know that you can hear me. Meanwhile, I will just continue welcoming everyone to the webinar. Again, this is Matthew Harris, Global Director, coming to you from our one of our homes here around the world. Right now, it feels like I live everywhere and nowhere at the same time. But I'm really excited to be moving home to South Africa. It's been 17 years in the making. I will be home in a couple of weeks. It's just surreal. So thank you guys for trusting us, for trusting this incredible company and the leadership group that is assembled here. Welcome to the webinar. If you are just hopping on, just joining us, say hello. Don't be shy. Okay, people are saying they can hear me. Okay, fantastic. That's quite a relief. I don't want to be talking to myself, especially when we have these incredible leaders joining me as well. I don't want them to be to have any issues as well. So just as we're getting started, I'm just making sure that everyone is here. Give me just about 10 seconds real quick, guys. Welcome to the webinar. Welcome. Let me just make sure I've got all my speakers here. Second, Tati just hopped on as well. All right, perfect. Mr. Wilkins, can you hear me on your end?
Yes, sir.
All right, we can't see you yet, so you might have to turn on your camera.
Okay.
All right, perfect. Let me just let the other ones know. There we go. Namdi, right. Jared Wilkins Agomo is in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm here.
1 second. Let me just make sure we've got everyone else on here. We've got almost 200 people that have already tuned in already. Welcome to the webinar, guys. Welcome. I'm excited to be here with you. Excited to share some incredible insights with you guys. Let me just sort out some of our speakers that are trying to hop on here as well. So give me one.
Okay. The lighting is not that good.
All right, perfect. Thank you, Rosa. We've got you here as well. You might need to turn on your camera as well. And then I believe Ntati is also tuning in here. Let me see if I can help Shanita get on here. Hey, Rosa. All right. Rosa's in, but you are muted, Rosa. All right, perfect.
Can you hear me now?
Loud and clear. Loud and clear. Okay. All right, give me a second. The rest of our speakers are trying to join us. This is the amazing thing about building an international business with technology, because there's nothing like face-to-face, but sometimes it kind of gets in the way at the same time. So just bear with us, guys. I've got a lot of incredible firepower, and probably the internet just wasn't ready for all this firepower right now. So
that's a good thing, huh?
It's a good thing. Rosa, we've got almost 200 people in South Africa tuned in. We've got Jared Wilkins on the line here as well.
Hi, Jared.
Trying to work out the rest of the
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Excellent, excellent.
And we've got some folks that are excited. All right, perfect. Let me just see if I can get the rest of these guys here. I'll be with you just momentarily, guys.
All right. Make sure our camera angles is right. Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's do this, guys. As I'm helping the rest of our incredible speakers get in, Rosa, people are sending you messages. They're telling me, "Hi, Rosa," in the chat message. So they're trying to.
They are. Let me tell them hi.
All right, so let me see here. Let's do this because I want to make sure that we've got all of our panel on as well. So it's going to mean that I'm going to need to be tuning in and out as we go. So here's what we're going to do, guys. Just as we get started with this webinar, first of all, I want to say thank you so much, everyone, for taking your time to be here. I know that you could be doing a million other things, but you are committed to your future. You're committed to building this incredible business. And you know that it's time for Africa. It has truly come for us. And so we're going to take full advantage of that. And so I've got some incredible speakers, and not just speakers, but incredible leaders that are here with us right now. We've got literally legends, not just inside of the Total Life Changes family, but inside of the network marketing profession as well. If you say their name anywhere in this industry, people know who they are, not just because of what they've done, but because of the impact they've made in other people's lives. So I wanted to bring them on the line here. Oh, we've got John Licari as well. Excuse me. All right. Hey, John.
That was my surprise.
Thank you so much. All right. Well, John, you're a little muted, though, so you might have to unmute yourself.
Hey, I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me. I'm absolutely honored to be a part of the call today.
You know what? Every time that you show your face around here, we all get excited to see you, John, so thank you. I'm just working on the other ones, on the other speakers. So we've got Shanita, Kanya, and Ntati all trying to chime in right now. Kanya's getting ready to catch a flight, guys. He's headed back to South Africa. We're all headed to Africa. Literally, everyone on this webinar right now has got some plans to be in Africa pretty soon. But obviously, we're going into what I'd call, I guess, the fourth quarter of this pre-launch period, where you guys have been hearing me talk about for the last 9 months that the rain is coming, the rain is coming, the rain is coming. I've been telling you to get your umbrellas, and it is on the way. And so we wanted to give you some updates. As you know, I always like to bring in the best of the best to share with you what's going on from the corporate side, as well as from your field leaders, to share with you a little bit more about what's happening, some of the developments that are happening as we get ready to open up South Africa and some other places. Hint, hint, clue, clue. Is that right? In a big, big way. So, but I won't steal any of the thunder there. Since we have corporate on the line with us, Rosa, I wanted you to share a little bit, as well as John as well, about how the launch is going. And you've got also, I sent over some talking points to you guys as well that we'd love for you to share a little bit more about where we are so far. So I'll pass it over to both of you guys.
You want to start, Johnny? No, we can hear you.
I will start. Yes, Rosa, I will start. I would love to just start off, and then we'll let the lovely Miss Rosa share all the details and where we are and what the timelines look like, since she's been working so hard day to day with the South African team and everything that's happening. Hi, Jared. So really, I'm on the call really just to say a couple things. Number one, I want to just say thank you really to all the people of South Africa. I think, when we launched this business a decade and a half ago, our number one goal was just to find people who believed in what we believed in. And it wasn't just the products, but it was a sense of family. It was changing people's lives and everything that goes along with that, and just really looking for like-minded people that had a positive spirit about them, a positive energy. And, that resonated with the South African people. And it took us 15, 16 years to find South Africa. But South Africa eventually found TLC. And I think that's a great thing to really remember, is there's other people that need us that have not found us yet. And South Africa has. And there's still people, even within South Africa, that still have not found us. And we're going to continue to look for those people. And hopefully, if our voice and our message gets loud enough, they will find us. So I'm really just here to say thank you. Thank you for believing in our products. Thank you for believing in the great, great leadership we have on the ground. Thank you for believing in our corporate team. Thank you for being patient with us. You've definitely ran faster than we've ever imagined in a million years. So even though we made the decision several months ago to have an on-the-ground warehouse, have an on-the-ground small office, to help everybody, you've still continued to build and run and do some great, great things. I mean, we really are creating some real history here, and we're definitely shaking some things up in the industry. So I'm thrilled just to watch and be able to say that I'm a part of it. To me is just unbelievable, and I will definitely be in town on October 28th to celebrate all of our accomplishments with everybody. John. So that's really what I'm here for, is to say thank you, to let you know that I will be here or be in Johannesburg to celebrate with everybody, and hopefully by that time we have some great things in place to really take this thing to the next level. And thanks again for your patience, and thanks for having me on the call.
John Licari, ladies and gentlemen, this guy doesn't sleep. I don't think I really know, especially on Thursday nights. And there's so much happening behind the scenes to make this happen for all of us. And obviously it's a team effort. And I don't see too many places in this industry where you've got the field and the corporate team really communicating like this, working together. So John, I wanted to say for all of us there, we want to say thank you again for even, when we talked 9 months ago and you guys didn't really know what could happen in South Africa, and you said yes. And it just gives me chills just to see where we are right now. And I know it's definitely been a team effort. So anyway, I just get excited when you say October 28th, because that means you're going to be there. I mean, it's going to be a party. So Rosa, let me turn it back to you. We got Ntati here as well. That's great. Shanita's going to be here in a second. Rosa, we'll turn it to you. Thanks so much, John.
Thank you, everybody.
Oops, Rosa is, let's see. Rosa, we got to turn your webcam and your audio back on. Sorry.
There we
go.
You have two Rosas because Johnny was using my login information. That's
okay. Fine. Excuse me.
So I just wanted to bring Johnny to the meeting. I thought it was very important for him to just, give us his good vibes. He always gives us, the good vibes and just makes us feel all good. And we are very, very excited about, being in South Africa pretty much in less than almost a month and a half, which, I mean, time flies. So I'm very excited, but I'm going to go on and give you the good news, because there is only good news always at TLC. If they're bad, then Matthew or Jared have to talk about it. So all I wanted to say is that we've been working really, really hard for South Africa, and we love how the people is so passionate about what they do, about trying to get an answer. We work here so hard as a team to try to accomplish everything, every single questions that you guys send to us. And we see sometimes even more than what everybody else can see, because we get every single question and we get every single email, and we do feel connected to the people that, reach to us every single day. So it is a teamwork. Everybody here in our department kind of gets to know the people that they talk. So I cannot wait to meet some people in person, because I know a lot of people by name, email, or IBO number, but I'm so excited. Great news. We are working really hard on trying to do the ribbon cutting by October 28th. So everything looks good and in track.
It looks great.
Yeah, to be able.
Great.
I think that we're gonna need about 10 of this, because we have so many people working so hard for this that we're gonna have a lot of people cutting the ribbon, and I am just excited because I started it like pretty, since the first day with Matthew. So we've been looking into every single place, trying to find the right thing that works for everybody. The registration of the company, the registration of the product, management, employees. I mean, you name it. It doesn't look like it's too much, but when you work behind the scenes and you see every single detail, you really fall in love with every single detail. It could be just the color. It could be anything. So I don't know if Matthew's going to kill me later on, but that's okay, because that's what Johnny has shown me all the time. So this is something that we are working on. I don't know if it's going to be this one or not, but I do know that it is getting close. You guys need to know we are working on this. If it's not this one, it will be another one, but we will get an office in South Africa. And I cannot wait for all this to happen. Everything is going smooth. Nothing, no hoops, no nothing. So I'm sure we're going to be able to celebrate the day. Thank you to everybody for being patient. Like Johnny said, I know we still have a lot to work on. We learn with you guys every single day, but we cannot be more thankful for the hard work, because doing the business in USA is one thing. Doing the business international, I mean, these people works 3 times harder than everybody else, and they never complain about it. So that's why I love my TLC South Africa people. We have great plans, more countries coming. Matthew calls me every single day. Our Ghana office in Africa too is doing really, really good. So, hey, I'm just full of excitement. I come to work every single day thinking we are going to have, I call them my babies. Every single office is a new baby. So I'm excited because I feel like I'm pregnant and we'll have a baby by October 28th.
I love it. Rosa, there's something I wanted you to share with everyone, because we're excited about October 28th. There are people that are tuning in here that might be hearing about this event for the first time. I'm going to play a video clip for everyone in a second, kind of a recap of Atlanta, because we had people that wanted to come to Atlanta, but we had visa issues and all that kind of stuff. Now, I'm putting you a little bit on the spot, but I like to do that. So why don't you share with everybody a little bit about the awards and recognition? I mean, are we going to have ring ceremony that people can get, by the way? Is that happening? Or are they going to be able to see some special recognition?
He's getting back to me because I show you guys the outfit. Okay. All right. We are. I think, and you know, it's funny because I haven't even talked to Johnny about it. So Johnny might be like, okay, I guess Rosa got it all. I think it was very important to recognize these people. You know, they work so hard. And sometimes, even though we do our regionals or nationals events here in USA, it's totally out of their hands to come in and be at these events. So if we have if we are being so blessed to be where they are, I think that the least we can do as a company is to thank them and award them for all the hard work that they've been doing. So yes, we will have rings, we will have earnings, we will have leadership, we will have everything we can, because to me, it's an opportunity to thank, and not only the big leaders. You know, I mean, Tati was in Atlanta and Kanya was in Atlanta. They enjoy their time, just seeing their smiles and their faces. But then you just want to get to the people that made it all happen. How did Tati got there? How did Matthew got there? You know, I want to be able to bring on stage the people that went door to door and make it all happen. So I'm excited. I don't know how much recognition we do, but what I can say is that we will do the most we can. So those events, the most important thing is the recognition. So Matthew, Jared, and I, and everybody else around the team will work really hard to recognize each one of you.
Yeah, and guys, let me just point out that there are many of you tuned in right now, or people that are in your team that will watch the replay, that are going to be recognized and celebrated because you deserve it. But here's the reality. If you don't have a ticket for this event, we don't know that you're coming. So that means we have a challenge with coming together who's going to get recognized. So you definitely want to make sure that you purchase your tickets today. We actually only have a block of about 300 left. And so when I tell people that it's going to be sold out, we're going to have an issue at the door. So you guys want to make sure that today you are getting your tickets. Buy tickets for folks in your team. I bought 10 tickets last week. I'm going to be buying some more, because it's not just about, here we go. We got Shanita Foster as well. It's not just going to be an event for South Africa. We have people coming from other countries, and we don't want anyone to be left out. So like you heard Rosa talking about, the recognition is going to be a big part, but you have to get your ticket. So definitely don't wait for that. Now, I wanted to bring over, thanks, Rosa and John. I'm sure you guys are going to have. Rosa, do you have anything else you want to share? Maybe there's some other countries in Africa that might be something we can share with everybody. Just give them a little feel, a little taste of what's getting ready to come.
Well, you know, all of us here at the company are very excited, and we receive kind of requests from all over the place. And we want to be able to accomplish everybody, but at the same time, we don't want to disappoint anybody. So we want to make sure that we offer you something that, you know, we're going to be able to keep up with the growth, because there is already being proof that, you know, once we open a country, then we might explode in 2 weeks, and we want to be ready, because we don't want to disappoint anybody. But of course, we're working really, really hard on making everything happen for the lovely Nigeria. So we'll get it and work really close with the Ghana office. And then, of course, we're working on all these countries around. I don't know how to say them yet, but I will learn. Switzerland.
Swaziland. There you go.
Botswana.
There you go.
So, you know, just keep going, and know that if we could, we would have opened, I mean, every single country. But at the same time, we want to be able to know that the people's going to get their product, and they're going to get their commissions, because you guys have worked so hard to build this trust in the company and trust in themselves, that we don't want to let anybody down. So, but we have a lot to go. So let's work in those 4 or 5 countries, and I'm very excited. Even if we have to double the employees right here, right, Johnny?
Just double them. Just Johnny shaking his head. We'll take it.
That's right. That's right. And, you know, I just want to add on what Rosa was saying. She did mention, you know, that you know, she has not been able to talk to me about the rings and about the awards recognition that is going to take place at the event. But, you know, Rosa has been with us for many, many, many years. She knows me very well, and she definitely knows there's decisions she can make on her own. When we're coming to town, especially at an international event, we want to recognize those people. And most importantly for me, I want to hear those stories. I really want to hear those stories that really just make the hairs on the back of my neck stand up, that, you know, the testimonials and how people's lives have been changed, because that's really what this is all about. But it's about changing people's lives and having a great time and building some relationships and really making history. And other than that, I'm gonna step aside. I'm gonna let the great people on this call take over. I know we have Miss Janita Foster, Mr. Jared Wilkins, who's always a pleasure to listen to. And I'm gonna let all of you speak, because really at the end of the day, all the rest of the people on this call were really the ones that saw the vision of South Africa, came to corporate at TLC and said, please believe us, we can make this happen. And so you all really, truly are the hugest part of this. So I would be remiss if I didn't relinquish the call to all of you.
Thanks, Johnny. We appreciate that so much. Mr. Lakar, you guys. So we're going to transition a little bit. I mean, corporate team, if you guys want to hang out with us for a little bit longer and make sure we don't mess up, you can do that. Just kidding. If I think we've got it from here. But thank you guys for taking the time to be here. Those of you plugged in, guys, we have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people watching this right now. And I really don't want you to really catch how important this moment is in history. We are coming down we are months away from the launch event there, and it is a team effort. And for those of you that wanted to come to Atlanta, there are so many people that wanted to come. And, you know, I'm speaking for all of us here that we were so heartbroken that more couldn't come because of obviously visa challenge and things like that. So we're bringing that experience to you. We're going to bring that same experience to you. So if you missed Atlanta, I wanted to show you a little recap that actually corporate actually put together for us. And you can see this just to get a kind of a sense of what's coming to South Africa. So take a look at this really quickly.
TLC, how we doing? Repeat after me, say I'm fired up. I'm ready to go.
We're going on like 8 hours and everybody's still screaming and dancing. Is that amazing or what?
Executive director! I need all my directors coming up on stage. Let's give it up. I want you to look at the person next to you and say, you look good.
Good.
I'm looking good too.
It's your heart that matters. And that's what this process does for you. Say, trust the process.
I have lost now 197 pounds.
When you understand that we sell results, a whole new world begins to open up for you.
I learned how easy things are when you're doing it together with other people and you're not by yourself.
We say TLC family all the time, but really, it really truly is a family.
It's one thing to have a vision. It's another thing to have people surrounding you to help carry the vision.
The story goes on and on, how many lives we've changed. It's going to continue to grow and expand. This is for all of you.
So, who's excited about October 28th? Let me see from my panel that's still here. Who's excited to bring some of that TLC fire to South Africa? Where did Rosa go?
Right here!
All right. Perfect. Shanita was just there, and she got so excited that she, I guess, ended up taking herself out. So, so she'll join us again. Listen, guys, I wanted to bring onto the line here your leader, your incredible powerhouse on Tatile Makhalemela. When I first met this young lady, I did not know. I told you something in Tati in Atlanta, that when I said I was going to build this company and I said yes to coming back to network marketing and to do it back at home, I thought of you even though I didn't know you at the time, because I knew there were winners who hadn't won yet that just needed a world-class opportunity. And guys, Tatile has just gone off there. Not only has she become the first national on the African continent, she has developed other nationals. So you're talking about, it's one thing to do it yourself. It's a whole nother thing to help other people do it, especially folks that have not done it in network marketing before, people that this is their first run. And so we feel spoiled, so our corporate team that are here for this opportunity, because this is, for many of us, this is all we know about network marketing. Think about that. And that's a lot of the growth that has happened in South Africa has come down to Ntati's leadership, her just absolutely insane work ethic. I don't know anyone else who can work as close as hard as I do, and Ntati's close. I mean, if not even harder than me, because we're right there. We're right there. If it's 6 meetings a day, Ntati says I'm doing 10. And so, listen, guys, I wanted you to hear from your $100,000 ring earner, national going global, a little bit about Atlanta and kind of the game plan that everyone needs. Yeah, where is your ring? Well, I mean, the rest of us got our rings on. Tati's not. Are you ringless today, Tati?
I got her ring.
You got hers.
I'm modest, guys.
She's modest.
No.
Since when? Go ahead.
It's in my house. It's in my house. Can you hear me? Can you hear me fine?
Yes, go ahead.
So you can hear me.
You sound good.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. I forgot my ring, because I'm modest. I'm just joking, I just wanted to say, so I'm going to speak about Atlanta. Incredible joining us. Global directors, our Queen Rosa. Thank you, Matthew, for hosting this. With all the technical challenges, I'm glad that I sell tea. So I'm going to be speaking about Atlanta real quick. Atlanta was fantastic. We all know that getting into America was quite a mission, but it was all worth it. It was really, really worth it. It was incredible. It was dynamic. We felt like it was an awards show that could be documented, on all the TV channels. But not only that, something that I took from Atlanta, which I've been speaking about, is that we're in good hands. Okay, so for someone who took a jump, who took a leap of faith, I don't have a plan B, this is plan A and Z. You become scared as to who are the people at the top and do they really care? And so just seeing that knows that we are in good hands. People are working hard. I know that some emails might take a while to respond to, but know that you're in great hands with Total Life Changes. The Atlanta experience was really, really incredible to be respected. Not only that, to meet the entire TLC family, other people's stories, because we have our own stories, weight loss stories, success stories, people who've overcome obstacles, but to meet other people from different backgrounds who are going through the same thing that you're going through, okay? So knowing that our problems are not rare. Okay, everybody else is going through the same challenges. How we rise out of that is what's important. So we're excited for October 28th to bring, so I don't know if it will be at that scale of Atlanta, but I do know that it's going to be a very great representation. You want to be recognized. Okay, so I'm going to speak about the game plan as well of Atlanta. Post Atlanta going into our Super Saturday launch. You want to be recognized, okay? So meaning, how hard are you working now? Okay, we want to recognize as many people as possible. We know so many stories of people who are associates, who are earning lots of money, changing their lives. We are waiting to hear for those stories. You know, we know people running for regional director, executive director, national director. It's not always about the rank, you know, it's always about the impact. So if you have the impact, we will recognize that impact. Whether you are national or not, we will recognize it. And that's a great company that we're with. What I encourage you to do is to never stop speaking about the event. Every single transformation party that we go into, tea party that we go into, let's promote this event, okay? Get your registration right now. I think it's 650 Rand right now. It's going to be 900 Rand at the door. You must promote it at every game planning session. You must promote this at every event that you have. Another thing that I encourage, let's throw an absolute blitz of home meetings for the next 60 days. Okay, so it's about 60 to 70 days until the 28th of October. Let's go into home meetings. You know, we are going around the country, touring, spreading the word. We bring in people from Swaziland, Lesotho, Zimbabwe. People are coming in for the event. Okay, but we can't. You know, we don't have a lot of seats left, from what I heard from Matthew, but we want everybody to still be there. So if we run out of seats, let's give corporate an opportunity to like book a bigger venue, or I don't know, something else. But we want everybody to be there. So that's the game plan. My game plan, what I encourage everyone to do is don't stop promoting the event. That is our key focus going on. You want to walk across that stage. How you walk across that stage is very important, okay? And then lastly, let's get into more living rooms. Let's do 24 living rooms a day like we used to, like we sometimes do. Let's do 10. If you can personally do 3 living rooms a day, let's do it. Because if we're in a lot of living rooms, we're going to create a massive explosion for this event. Thanks, Matthew.
Absolutely. No, you know what, guys? What Ntati shared with you is absolutely true. Is you don't want to wait for this event to grow your business. You want to grow your business before the event. So for those of you that are waiting, you know, now that they're coming to South Africa, now that we're launching, okay, let me just wait until then. You know, we'll just see. Guys, that's not how you grow this business. We grow by doing it every single day in living rooms and in lounges. And there's no one better right now as I pass over from Ntati. I'm so excited that she's here. Shanita Foster, my favorite celebrity. I'm so glad that you hopped in the cars that you could be on this webinar. I'm so excited that we were able to work that out. And I want to pass it over to you because what you have done and what you've been able to do, not just inside of this business, but outside of it in terms of helping so many folks back home in Africa has been absolutely incredible. So we're excited to be running with you and your organization. Share some thoughts with everyone now about this upcoming launch and what everyone needs to be focused on over the next, we've got 2 months or so left, what they need to be doing. And you're coming back to South Africa pretty soon too as well. So share some of the details about that, please.
Awesome. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. $500,000 ring earner,
yes!
Global. Shanita Foster, go ahead.
Hey, Wasana Bunani, you guys. I am excited to be heading back to South Africa. I'm taking a page out of Mr. Matthew Harris's book. I'm actually going to be there coming up for 35 days leading up to the event. So I'm really excited about coming and getting into a lot of living rooms. You know, when I first started Total Life Changes, if you go back through my Instagram or on my Facebook page, I literally built this business in living rooms. And I know we all get excited, you know, about having events. And I tell my team all the time, they think if you put this picture on a flyer, it makes you rich, but flyers don't make you rich. I don't know what it is about people thinking if you put your face on a flyer, you make a lot of money. But your success comes in living rooms and becoming living room legends. And so I'm definitely committed to that. I know Matthew and his team are committed to that. So leading up to the event, that is what we're going to really be focused on, is actually getting the information in front of people and showing the plan over and over again. I don't know if I'm spilling the beans because I got on late, but Mr. Harris has been working on a project that will be universal for South Africa, for Swaziland, for all of us to use. So it's going to make our system really, really easy to use. So for the next couple of months leading up to it, you want to make sure that you stay in living rooms. Just like Tati said, the more you learn, the more you earn, the more you give people the information, the more successful you will be. So really, really focus on that. Last but not least, events change your life. I went to my first.
We just lost her. Okay, she's going to come back on. I know, because it sounds like she had something really special to say. I know that an event that she went to changed everything for her. So hopefully we're able to get her back on here. Let me work on that. Meanwhile, Mr. Jared Wilkins, my fearless sponsor in this business, $500,000 ring earner, absolutely incredible leader. I know that you were there a moment ago. Hopefully we haven't missed you. If you're still there, please turn on your camera. Make yourself known. Namdi. My father is alive. Welcome to the webinar, my friend. I'm excited to see you. I'm excited for Africa. It is truly, truly time for Africa. And there are so many things that you have done that have brought us to this point. And I just wanted to applaud you in front of everyone here. None of this would have happened if you hadn't said yes, and if you hadn't laid a foundation for all of us. And so I know we're going into the fourth quarter of this pre-launch season, and I wanted you to come on here and share some thoughts about where folks need to be focused mentally over the next couple of months as we go into this launch season. So over to you.
Hey. Thanks, everybody. I'm excited, obviously, with what's going on. I would be eternally remiss if I didn't thank Mr. Jack Fallon for starting this phenomenal vehicle and company of Total Life Changes in his basement so many years ago. Who would have ever thought that our dreams would collide, all of us, with Jack Fallon? I always give special kudos to Mr. John LeCarre, because I understand unequivocally that one man or woman with courage is the majority, but you have to attract that other person into your life that can help you to multiply the vision, because the first number that can be multiplied is 2. And so I always have to say thank you to John LeCarre for saying yes and really making this what it is. And so thank you so much. Obviously, what can we say about the wonderful Rosa? I don't think any of this works without Rosa whatsoever at corporate. I know I send her text messages, back by emails, back by text message. So she's doing the real work back there. So certainly appreciate that. And of course, what can I say about our incredible VP of Sales, Mr. Kenny Lloyd and Shantae Lloyd, the global team of executive ambassadors with Greg and Lanika Scott, of course, Stormy Wellington, and then our sponsor. I always have to give special kudos to the late Erwin Portis, who really instilled that I should run with this. And then, of course, I call her the grace of network marketing, Mrs. Twyla Portis. I mean, her grace swag. I mean, some of my prayers at night are, God, please give me the grace of Twyla Portis to handle things in a graceful way. So we got to say that. And then, of course, what can we say about this phenomenal team of leaders that are all assembled here with the same goal in mind, which is to impact lives and touch people all over the world? I remember, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about the fourth quarter. I want you to write this down, all of you guys taking notes. I remember when myself and Matthew initially connected back in 2011, and he was building something else and I was building something else, and we were going in our merry way, thinking that what we had our hands on was going to be what we worked on for the next 100 years. And things happened whereby we reconnected, and I remember he was talking about what he wanted to do back home and the success that he wanted to bring to South Africa. He told me about some of the things that were taking place, and it was so funny. I remember asking him, I'm like, where about in South Africa? Where is South Africa? And so, because I'm from West Africa.
You really did mess me up with that. That question, I remember that.
Yes, yeah. Because I'm like, okay, South Africa. I'm thinking West Africa, Nigeria's in West Africa. Where about in South? He was like, no, South Africa. And I'm like, okay, great. And then he started to send me pictures of people, of the events that he had done and many of the people he connected with. And he said, man, this is going to be big. And it's amazing. I want everybody to write this down. You're one person away from a major explosion in your business. Write that down. You're always one person away from a major explosion in your business. I'm going to say it one more time so it resonates in your spirit. You're always one person away from a major explosion happening in your business. And so I remember when we talked, and it was amazing. And Matthew will tell you this. I was, when coming over to Total Life Changes, my wife and I, we had plans of expanding our organization, starting here in America, but really expanding into Asia and focus more in Europe, Australia, New Zealand. We had everything lined up. And I remember talking with John LeCarre and Jack Fallon about our plans for what we were going to do in Australia in Total Life Changes, because we had built a very large organization previously there with another company. And I knew what was going to happen. I mean, people were lined up. We had hundreds of people ready, and Australia just didn't happen. And it's amazing how God works. And I never say the universe, and I never push my spiritual belief on anybody. But he orchestrates things in a way where he should get all the credit, because South Africa was not a part of my plan. It was not even a part of my conscious awareness, although Africa has always been a part of my life's work. And we started having this conversation. I remember calling John and John LeCarre and Jack Fallon and saying, hey, I need South Africa open now. I didn't mention, hey, we did open up Australia, so wink, wink, let's open up South Africa. And so as it would be, it was seamless, and they took a chance. I remember having the conversation and us meeting, and Matthew had his list of questions. Anybody that knows Matthew Harris, you know, he's going to have his list of questions. He had his list of questions, and we going through logistics and all these types of things, and they just made it happen. And here we start building, and you know, I remember the excitement. See, I'm taking you guys back because now you see South Africa is hot. It's exciting. You got corporate involved. You're going to have all the executive ambassadors coming. You got all these ring earners. But I want to talk to those of you about where we were 10 months ago, because the harvest never looks like the seed. You can count the amount of seeds in an apple, but you can never count the amount of apples that come from one single seed. I'm telling you how the fourth quarter works. It works from the seed sowing process. So when you hear Nthati telling you, don't wait till the event to start working, it's that this time right now is the seed sowing process. Your harvest that will show up at the event is going to be as a result of you not waiting on us to get there, but are you taking the information that we're disseminating? And hear me, the examples of people that you see, like a Shanita Foster, like a Matthew and Ilean Harris, like a Nthati, and I dare not be remiss to mention Kanya, because it doesn't work without Kanya being a part of this as well. And you know, and Boosie, and you talk about all these other leaders, you know, that are coming about all over the country, all over that nation. But I remember that conversation. You're talking about the fourth quarter. And, you know, I get fired up. I told myself I wasn't going to do all this fired up conversation. I was going to be very corporate today and, you know, share what's going on. But anyway.
Don't worry about all that. Go for it. Go for it.
I remember the conversation, Matthew, and it's amazing that, you know, in the very beginning, they laughed at us. They laughed at, you remember that, Matthew? You remember when they laughed? And we were, you know, we did that first meeting, the first webinar meeting. It was 4 people on the webinar, and we were talking and casting the vision of what was going to happen and what was, you know, how corporate was going to be involved in the office. And we were just talking about the magnitude of what was going to happen in Africa, starting with South Africa. And a couple of people believed. A couple of people said yes. A couple of people said, yeah, I want to be a part of that. A couple of people said, okay, I know it's going to take 30 days to get product. Yeah, I know we don't have an office here. Yeah, we don't have the infrastructure, but what we do have is we got leadership. What we do have is we have a vision. What we do have is we do have desire. And those people started working. I remember as we started doing those meetings and we published, you know, just some of the results of the first enrollments. We published those on social media. And people were laughing like, ha ha, they putting up fake applications. That's not real. It's not happening. And I would tell Matthew, I said, oh, Matt, they said it's not real. It's not happening. Matt says, they don't know what's happening. They don't know what's going on. I've seen it. I said, well, let's keep working. Then Matt went director. And they were like, oh, my gosh, you got all these applications and you only went director. And I said, Matt, they're laughing at us. They saying it's not working. They say y'all need to just build in the U.S. Y'all need to just build in Europe or build in Asia. And there was such a resounding belief about what was going to happen. And I remember, Shanita Foster talking with me, and she was like, hey, I'm going to South Africa. I have an NGO over there. I want to do some meetings while I'm there. I said, okay, let me get with Matt. And Matt started talking, and Kanye was there, and I believe that Thati was there, and Boosie was there. I remember those pictures. Yeah, I remember those pictures before the $100,000 rings and before the $250,000 rings. I remember a post that Thati put up, and I was laughing. She said, it's not that we were ugly, we were just broke. But oh, now, baby, we got hairstyles, we got bags, we got all of that. But your characters have remained the same, and I'm so proud of that. And so now let me talk to you about the fourth quarter, because I'm telling you about the stories of some of the people now that everybody's seeing, and now everybody's excited, and now everybody wants to attach themselves, and now everybody's singing their praises. But I remember when it was the first quarter. I remember when it was the second quarter. I remember when it was the third quarter. And for those of you listening on this webinar, you're always one person away from a major explosion happening in your business. Your role, your responsibility is between now and that event. Go and find that one. You may have to go through 100. Some of you may have to go through 200. You may have to go through 1,000. But oh, when you find that one, everything in your life will be made whole again. So thank you so much. I think I've taken a lot of time, but I just had to talk about that fourth quarter, because I'm telling you, the ring earners that we are seeing right now, the new cars, the paid off this, and people traveling, experiencing life at an abundance level. That's the beautiful thing about what we have our hands on. And I always tell people, there is no shortage of abundance. All of us could take a deep breath right now, all over the world, and nobody will be gasping for air, because God never makes a shortage. He's got that person, that couple, that mother, that daughter, that individual, that one person waiting for you to open up your mouth. The miracle is in your mouth. Mr. Harris, I'll turn it back over to you, sir.
Thank you so much. I was just walking down memory lane with you, remembering those pictures. Hey, it's been a long time coming, my friends, and I was hoping that we were able to get national director on the doorstep of global $100,000 earner himself, Kanye Tlagatse, as well on this webinar. He's catching a flight and is at the airport. So Ntati, if you're able to get hold of him so we can patch him on here too, because we wanted to make sure that we brought this gentleman on as well. He was the first person to get started with us when I reached back to my friends and family back in South Africa, at least with me personally in South Africa. And there's so many people here that have gotten us to this point. This is a historic moment where we are now going into the fourth quarter, where now it's mental. There's many of you guys that were with us from November 4th. Maybe you were some of the first people that were there when they received the first shipments of tea, or maybe you just got started today. But you have a feeling in your spirit that it's your moment, that it's your time, and you know that what is about to happen is going to be so much better than what has already gone before us. And as I'm looking at this scenario of, in 2 weeks, I will be living in South Africa again for the first time in 17 years. For me, that is not a small thing. It's been a long, long time coming, and there's no way that I know God hasn't had his hand on my life, that all the challenges that we've been through, the ups, the downs, the disappointments, everything has brought us to this point. And for those of you that have gone through struggles, you get to the point where you think it's normal, that it's just part of life, that you need to leave South Africa, you need to go to America, and you'll have your dream lifestyle. Well, I'm the guy who left Africa and found out that the American dream is definitely a very painful process to achieve. It's possible, but you don't have to change your location to improve your situation. And so we're bringing you something special. We're putting a victory in your hands, but it's up to you to do something with it. The same hands that clean toilets for $5.15 an hour are now wearing this $250,000 ring. The victory for you is in your hands, my friends, if you're willing to grab it. And so here's what you need to do. I've been saying for 10 months almost that the rain is coming, that you need to get your umbrella. That umbrella, for those of you who wanted to know, hey, but Matthew's full of stories. He's always telling us there's rain coming. We get excited about the rain, but we don't know what the umbrella looks like. This is what the umbrella looks like. You need to get your ticket to the biggest launch in the history of network marketing in Africa, because the rain is coming. Your umbrella is your ticket. It's your ability to walk through that door. I don't care if you are a national director or a regional director, if you have earned $100,000, if you don't have your ticket for this event, my friend, you can't bribe us to get in. Because there are people that are going to be coming from across South Africa that have been waiting for the rain to come, and they're not going to miss out on that. So like I shared earlier with you, there's just about 300 tickets left right now. And I want you guys to go right now to It's Time for Africa, as Rosa shows the ring. It's timeforafrica.co.za. And you'll be able to purchase your tickets. You can purchase them in a quantity of one. You can purchase them as many quantities as you need to. But once they sell out, they are sold out. So we've got about 300 left. All right, I want these tickets to go tonight. If you've been sitting around waiting to get your ticket, if you've been saying, you know what, I'm going to wait until I go director to get my ticket. I'm going to wait until I become a national like Ntati with my ring, and then I'm going to go buy my ticket. My friends, I've told you for 10 months now that you don't go to a fireplace and say, give me heat, I'll give you wood. You have to see yourself walking across that stage victorious, getting your ring, getting recognized in front of your team, in front of your family. You see it in your mind first, before it ever happens in reality. Everything that's happening right now, you can ask Jared Wilkins. There was a picture he sent me in December of last year. And it was a picture of some events that were happening in Latin America. There was maybe about 500-600 people in the room. And he sent me this picture. And I'll never forget looking at it. Jared will remember this. And I wrote back, I said, that's what South Africa is going to look like. And what many of you don't know is I actually took these pictures and I put them on my phones. And so if you look at this, you can see pictures here. I've had to change them now, because every single thing that I put as a picture, making $20,000 a month, getting the ring, breaking national directors, going off there and launching this company, every single thing that has happened was written down first on a piece of paper that has been on my phone. There was pictures that I've looked at every single day. So when people said, oh, you know, they're not really doing a whole lot in Africa, Africa's not working, I didn't hear all the noise. It's all noise, my friends. You're going to hear a whole lot of noise these next couple of months. There's going to be family, friends of yours that are going to say, you know what? You've tried this thing for so long, you haven't broken through. It's not going to work for you. You're going to have maybe family members of yours that are going to say, this isn't going to work. And maybe you'll find yourself in a situation like me, where your mother calls you last night, who never believed in network marketing, and said, I'm proud of you for what you've done back home. Maybe you just have to go off there and just do it for some people before they believe it, because people are looking for a victor. If you look around through South Africa right now, if people look in the news, people start to say, you know, there's no hope for us. We've been downgraded. You know, South Africa is this and South Africa is that. Here's what I'm going to tell you. South Africa is number one. We have been through way too much to be last. We are people that have gone through struggle, and we are here to win. You go get your umbrella right now. Go to itstimeforafrica.co.za. You put down exactly who you're going to be. You write on a piece of paper. You get a picture of that every single day. You look at this picture and say, it's my time. Because when I tell you that it's time for Africa, that's not just time for Matthew Harris. That's not just time for Ntatile Makhalemel. That's not just time for Jared Wilkins, for Shanita Foster, for so many other great leaders that are plugged in here. It's your time. But it's not your time unless you accept that it's your time. The difference between some of us that are at the level that we're at and you is simply we said, it's my time. That it was my moment, that I refuse to be average, that I'm not going to be the person who goes through life and just exists even though I was breathing my whole life and I never lived. This is your moment. You better not miss it, my friends. There is so much waiting for you on the other side of the fear that might be holding you back from going to itstimeforafrica.co.za right now and getting your umbrella. My friends, I believe in you. Jared Wilkins believes in you. Shanita Foster believes in you. Rosa Armenta believes in you. Jack Fallon, John LeCar believe in you. All of your leaders believe in you. I need you to believe in yourself like never before, because we're coming home for you. I'll see you guys soon. I know there's events coming up in Johannesburg this weekend. Tati is going to be doing with all our nationals are going to be there. Ringers are going to be there in Johannesburg on Saturday. On the 24th, we're going to be doing a big event in Johannesburg as well. I will be there as well as Shanita Foster is going to be in the country very soon. And we're going to make sure that everyone knows what's happening now. But my friends, this is your moment. Don't look at the stories of success and say, you know what? Their time has come. It's not my time. This is your time. I want you to claim it right now. Get your ticket, claim it's your moment, my friend, and you will have your victory. For all the people that have plugged in here today, guys, I'm really, truly nothing without you guys. Thank you for all that you do. Rosa, John, thank you guys. Jared Wilkins, I just am absolutely in awe for what you have done for all of us. Ntati, African Queen, you make me so proud. See you guys very, 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 very soon. It is truly time for Africa. God bless, my friends. Take care.